Sorry, we had to break into Curtis. Somebody fucking squatted.
Did they break in, or how did they get in?
They got the lockbox. They broke the fucking lockbox and got in. I'm guessing because there was a key on the front, but they moved in. We're in the house, but I called the police.
Is there somebody there?
No, but they're setting up like they live here. I just want to make sure we didn't fuck up and somebody isn't legitimately supposed to be here. They definitely moved in.
Nobody should be there because I was going to do a walkthrough today to check on it.
Alright, well, what do I tell the police?
That they're squatting and we caught them, you know, nobody's there. I mean, I almost wouldn't even have the police come. I would just throw all their shit out and lock it down. Because the problem is, the police might tell you you can't.
Here's the problem. We put all their shit in the street, they're going to vandalize the fuck out of this house.
Yeah, maybe, but they're not in the house. I mean, I'd rather have them not in the house. I mean, we're going to have to board it up and everything.
Alright, well, I'm going to start putting their stuff on the street then.
Alright, I'm 4 minutes away.
Alright, bye.
Bye. First thing we did when we got there was I checked all the windows, I checked all the doors, made sure everything was locked up, made sure none of the glass was busted and someone came in through a window or anything like that. Because when you show up to a squatter situation, you don't really know what you're going to be dealing with. Usually they'll break a back window and then they'll go through the window, unlock the front door, start moving their stuff in. Once we figured out none of the windows were broken, none of the doors were broken, none of the locks were busted, none of that, we began the process of screwing all the windows shut, boarding up the windows, boarding up the doors, changing the locks. We also cut the power to the house, so if anyone else were to move in, there'd be no power. We definitely could have taken all their stuff and just put it on the curb, but when I got there, we saw that the house was full of furniture, TV, kids' clothes, bikes, I mean even bedroom sets, and I didn't want to throw all that stuff out. All the photos on the wall and everything suggested that it was probably a single mother with 2 kids. It could be one of those scams. Somebody would bust the lockbox, take the key, put it on Marketplace, and lease it to someone. And they would have a key, so the person who came to look at it would be like, oh, this is legit. And then they would move them in, they would take their deposit, and then you'd never hear from them again.
We had that one house.
Yeah, we had that happen before.
The dude put like $18,000 down on the house.
Yeah, for a land contract.
Yeah, guy disappeared.
And then it wasn't even his house to sell. And he did it all on a handshake, no title, no deed, no nothing, no title company. Guy lost 20 grand overnight. So a common scam in Detroit is people will find a house that's for sale or a house that's for lease, whatever it is. They'll go to the house and they will bust open the lockbox. They'll steal the key. Once they have the key, they will advertise the house on Zillow or Facebook Marketplace or Craigslist or something like that. The person, in this case the mom, would show up for a showing to look at the house. The guy's got a key, unlocks the front door, walks through like he owns the place. You know, you wouldn't think anything's wrong with that. And if you don't go through the proper channels of leaving a deposit, going through a property manager, all these other things, and you don't know that you need to do that, then it's very easy to get taken advantage of, especially this guy's got the key. It must be his house, right? The person says, great, just give me a deposit, first month's rent, and I'll give you the key. And so they do, and then she moved her stuff in. We were literally there the day before mowing the yard so that the owner didn't get a blight ticket. So in one day, this happened. They broke the lockbox, got the key, listed it for rent. The next day, they showed it, had a deposit, had a tenant move in, and had $3,000 or $4,000 of this lady's money.
I mean, you can see when they tried to get in, they hammered the fucking door. There's some condoms too. There's condoms. Yeah, there's some off-brand.
You know, at least they're safe. Frank, don't touch it.
They got some Prilosec OC.
We can see what the problems are. It's a multivitamin. You need this.
What?
Prilosec, OTC for heartburn, you know.
Probably, but I'm not taking it.
It's not open yet.
Okay, but it's a prescription.
Well, that means it's really good then. Can't
Well,
get
it
this stuff.
probably
It's like
is.
the black market.
Dispose of it or something legal. It's really an unfortunate situation because everybody loses in this situation except the scammer. Number one, the property owner. Now he's got a squatter in his property and he's going to have a cost associated with that, right? There was some damage to the drywall from moving things in, so now we got to fix that. We don't know who else has a key, so we got to change all the locks on the house. There's a cost for that. We've got to board everything up. There's a cost for that. Then my team's time just moving the things out of the house so the lady could get it because we don't want to let them back in the house, so we bring them their stuff outside of the house. There's a cost associated with that. For my team, it's a drain on resources on things we didn't expect. Now, that's just a part of business. I'm not upset about that. But this poor woman, more than anything, her kids, they didn't realize they were being scammed. They didn't know they were being taken advantage of. And so now she's given this scammer $3,000-$4,000 and she doesn't have a house. And there's no hopes of getting that money back either because the advertisements were probably posted under a fake account. The phone number or whatever that they used was likely a burner phone. So as soon as they got the money, they just threw it out. So there's no tracking this person down and there's no getting money from this person. The owner loses money, my team loses time, and then worst of all, these kids have no place to go. The mom has no home, and she's given over thousands and thousands of dollars to a scammer that you have no way of getting. Unfortunately, there's really just no recourse for her. Obviously, the owner has every right to lock his house back up, board it up, get them out, get their stuff out, but this woman and her kids, you know, you hope they have family that they can go stay with until they can figure this out. It's really just an unfortunate circumstance. I left a business card at the front door just to, you know, make sure that whenever she did get home and realized her key didn't work, that she would at least have a name, a number, an email that she could reach out to. It wasn't for lease. It's not for lease. She hung up on me. We'll call her back. Maybe that's her. Hello?
Yes, we got disconnected.
Like I was saying, I don't know who you signed a lease with, or if you have any way to get, you know, in contact with them or get your deposit back from them or something.
Oh my goodness.
Guys, get your...
I just got here and got off work, and my stuff is locked inside.
Well, that's why we left the card. I know it sucks. I know it's unfortunate. It's not what you want to hear. But whoever leased it to you, I don't know if you have a way to get in contact with them. If you've got paperwork or something that you can deal with the police and try to get your money back from whoever, or if you can try to call whoever, we can coordinate meeting you over there to get your stuff out of the house. But that's about all we can do.
Y'all cannot be serious. Oh my fucking God. I'm
And
here now. I'm here.
I can't get out there right now, but like I said, we can set something up maybe tomorrow to meet you out there.
I have kids. Y'all just told me y'all locked all our... I just got off work and they just got out of school. I don't have some... All of our stuff is in there. How am I supposed to... my kids are with me in the car right now. All of our stuff is in there. I have work tomorrow. They have school and our stuff is locked in that house.
I completely understand. I can try to call somebody and see if they can meet you over there, and I can call you back.
Could you please do that?
Yeah, let me make a couple phone calls and I'll get back to you.
All right.
All right, thank you. Earlier in the video, I said this is probably what happened. That's just kind of how it's going to end, unfortunately. The police aren't really going to do anything. They're going to call it a civil matter. We'll meet her over there. She'll get her stuff out of the house, but nobody's going to do anything for her financially. The scammer's not going to return the money. The cops aren't going to chase it down. That's just kind of where it's going to end. She got scammed.
Man, that sucks.
Hey, I just talked to one of my project managers. He can't get over there now. He could get there in about an hour and a half.
Okay.
He's going to call me back here in a few minutes and I'll let you know. So we'll see what happens. We waited over a week, multiple appointments. We've made contact a couple times. We scheduled times for them to come get their stuff. Multiple times they did not show up. We let them pick the day. We let them pick the time. They still didn't show up. You know, we can only put so much effort into this. And at the end of the day, it was a tough decision, but we ended up having to take their stuff out of the home. Guys from my team went ahead and moved it all outside. We told them it was outside. Hopefully they come by and get it before the elements get it, before the neighbors get it, before whatever happens. It's really unfortunate because for me it's the kids. I mean, these kids, their clothes are going to get thrown out now. Their bikes, their TVs, their toys, all that stuff's going to get thrown out now. We tried to do our best we could to work with them. They didn't really appear to want to work with us, so this was the solution we ultimately had to go with.